McCaffrey not practicing on Wednesday. Cav rest also limited because of just plain old rest because they're going to work this man into the ground. Brock Purdy being out for 2 to 3 weeks, definitely out this week. Kittle being out 4 to 5 weeks. More injuries probably to come because of those deficiencies and gaps in the offense and process is probably going to lead to this man getting injured because he's playing with bilateral chronic Achilles tendonitis and it has been dealing with a slight calf strain over the last week, which is why they're going to rest him. They're going to rest him also throughout the week just to make sure that this guy can hold up for as long as he can. Now, you're going to hear a lot of people chatter that have Christian McCaffrey. There's going to be a lot of people in the chat, even in this chat right here, and be like, he's fine. They're just resting him. He's a veteran. They're resting him. Yeah, they're going to rest a lot of people. That's not the point. The point is whenever this man is ever listed with some sort of issue, whenever he's sitting, we're always going to be reminded about what could or might unfold. And this guy staying healthy is about the tallest order I can think of this year. This man staying healthy on what's about to be the probably the biggest amount of work he's ever been handed because the offense has nobody. There's no Kittle. The wide receiver room is still very young. Now dealing without Purdy, how is it going to shape out? And they're just going to, feed this man 30 times? If you think this is going to end well, I've got a bridge to sell you. And all the Christian McCaffrey owners, once he goes down, are not going to be found in the live chat. They're not going to come back and say, oh, you were right on this one. They're just going to vanish like cockroaches into the darkness. That's the way it works. So you need to make sure that if you have this guy, you're trying to make a trade. No one's asking you to trade Christian McCaffrey for a ham sandwich. No one's asking you to not love the man or say to yourself, this guy fed fantasy football worlds for years and years, and we owe him a debt of gratitude. No one's saying they're a hater on Christian McCaffrey when they say you probably want to sell high because he came out of a week one as the most utilized running back coming off a calf injury with a coach that injures everybody. The entire team is injured up and down. All the running backs have been injured. McCaffrey's got a calf situation going. You can try and deny it all you want. I don't really care. I'm not going to sit here and debate people that don't want to believe what's going on. I really don't care. I'm going to step around you. You can say what you want in the chat. No one's listening. Everyone knows what time it is. What time it is the time to get rid of Christian McCaffrey. Because guess what? Even if I'm wrong, I'm not wrong. Because if you sidestep into a safer vehicle or two vehicles in a McCaffrey for 2-player downgrade, the players you're going after you like. The players you're going after could still deliver. And at the end of the day, the best case scenario for the other person is that McCaffrey does stay healthy all year, plays pretty well. And he wasn't the most efficient running back on Sunday, by the way. He just got a lot of volume. But the best case scenario is he plays really well. We'll even call it really well. And stays healthy almost all year. Let's say he misses one game, but he stays healthy all year pretty much. You both break even. You get the 2 players you desired and thought would do well, and they did. They were safer, and they did well. The one that got Christian McCaffrey, that owner, he makes out. You guys shake hands, you walk away even Steven. But the more likely scenario is that you getting 2 players, you're protected and diluted your risk. Even if one went down, you still got 1 player. And you're going after a Genty and a Lad McConkey, per se. You're going after a Genty and a BTJ for Christian McCaffrey and a Ricky Parasol type person. If you're doing a 2 for 2, you're diluting your risk into 2 players. And let's say you get a BTJ, they get Parasol. You get Genty, they get CMC. If your Genty went down, you still have BTJ to contend with Christian McCaffrey. You're getting 2 players. This is a no-brainer. There's no debate here. There's zero debate here. You can dilute your risk, and even if you're wrong, you're not wrong. It's safe fantasy football management. It's smart fantasy football management. Shanahan's going to injure Christian McCaffrey. Nothing's a guarantee in life, but this is almost as sure as the sun will rise tomorrow morning. The Fantasy Football Show will begin right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
The denial and wildness of this topic is so strange to me. You know, it's all deriving from Christian McCaffrey owners, though. There's not a single person in the live stream that's like, Christian McCaffrey will win league. You watch. The same people were in here saying when Caleb Williams was 10 out of 10 and we ended the live stream and everyone's like, oh, you're going to end the live stream? We dip into the Monday night game. We dip into those games, then we bail, right? And then we come back and do a recap. We bailed about 10 passes in. And Caleb was 10 for 10. And the same people saying this type of stuff right now in the chat, I'm looking over it. It's hilarious. The same people that said, you will be back, Smitty. We'll be back. We'll see you at the end of the stream or at the end of the game for the post-game stream. They didn't show up. They didn't show up. The Christian McCaffrey loud voices right now that he's not risky. Don't like here's the thing is let's say you had one Christian McCaffrey share and you played in 10 leagues. You're probably watching right now going, well, what could I get? You know, Smitty, he's making some sense. I'm not necessarily fully bought in because I only have one share. I like what Smitty's saying. Smitty could be wrong, but I'm wondering, what can I get? I should explore this thing. That's the right attitude. If you're sitting here going, you know what, I listened to you, Smitty. I tried to go get a couple players. It couldn't happen, so I'm just going to hang on to them. Fine. Great job. Shake hands. I agree with your assessment. The fact that you looked into it was smart and astute. It's the people that have them in 7 leagues and they're like, nope, we're not doing this. We're not doing McCaffrey's the ticket. He's the ticket. Those are lazy takes. Those are oblivious takes, and you can't do anything with that. And they're loud. Those people are loud. They're in the chat right now. I can see it right now. I can see it. It's all over the place. But the truth is, if you go to a logical Christian McCaffrey owner, the one that owns one share, and you say, hey, my boy, I'll tell you what, you go get Genty and BTJ, you give up Christian McCaffrey and Keenan Allen, or Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Pearsall to the Niner fan that's willing to take both of them, you are diluting your risk so much, young man, in the BTJ and Genty front. Or if we go Achane, even though there's risk there, you're still getting the BTJ. You're diluting all of your risk. If Achane's team struggles or Achane gets injured or whatever, you get BTJ. BTJ versus Christian McCaffrey, you still have a chance in the trade. Christian McCaffrey goes down, you are cooked. You are done. You don't even know who the backup is. You don't even know fully how the backup will be utilized. Not to mention, it doesn't really matter because Brian Robinson Jr. is mid. And if he's getting all the work without Purdy, Kittle's out, he's not being effective anyway. Not to the tune where you're winning a league. Oh, CMC goes down. Don't worry, still going to win my league. I got Brian Robinson Jr. Now, Garendo's the only one you should really even roster anyway. And Garendo's getting cut everywhere. I'll take Garendo all day long over Brian Robinson Jr. So, you know, do what you want, think what you want. Keep going down that rabbit hole of darkness. And it is what it is. I can only, you know, share the insight and give the recommendations as loud as I can give them. And those that want to act upon it, great. Those that don't, I understand. I truly understand. It is what it is. And we'll move on from there. So you have my take. What are the best trade out examples? I've given you them. CMC. And you turn that into 2 players. This player, let's call this, let's say we go Hampton. And this is the way you do trades, 2 for 1 trades, or 1 for 2 trades rather, is you write it out like this. And then once you get the anchor of the trade and the anchor is locked in, you're looking at the roster, right? You find Hampton, you identify Hampton on this guy's team. And then what else does he have? Wide receivers, blah, 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 blah. He doesn't have any. Okay. Guess we can't use Hampton, unfortunately. If he had a potential BTJ, St. Brown, injured London, then you can go down that road, but sometimes you can't. Okay, let's go to the next team. Next team has Hendy. Okay, Hendy gives me some pretty heavy firepower over here, unlike if you get a Genty or an Achan or someone of that nature or Lamb, then you have lesser amount of player that you can put on this side of the scale. Otherwise, the scale is just going to be way off and they won't accept the trade. You're trying to make that scale look evenly balanced, even though you're really getting the better side of it. So Hendy gives you some firepower, definitely for a BTJ or potentially a Neighbors, or you could look higher. Hendy's so low in value right now, and you are confident that Hendy's going to replace CMC in your lineup. You're fine. Other people might be worried about it, but you might be able to go high up into the maybe into the JJ realm, or potentially just below it. Maybe it's the Puka Nakua realm, whatever. Okay, then you don't want to go to that route. Let's go to the next team. The next team has Harvey. Well, that's a much lower running back. Now you can go Lamb shopping. Now you can go JJ shopping. And this is a great trade. Why? If Harvey doesn't work out, Lamb versus CMC, Lamb might outscore him. If Lamb gets injured, Harvey versus CMC, guess what? I believe in this man, that he can have cups of coffee with this conversation. That's how you make a trade. That's how you get rid of CMC. You try anything else, you don't go get two good players like this, then you did it wrong. And you didn't follow my blueprint. But if you do this and you think you're losing a league because of it, then you might want to take a look at how to properly manage a team. Because if you hang on to this man and he gets injured, you're done. This is dilution of talent in very, very smart ways that protects you, and you don't lose your league. You only get better, stronger, more well-built, and the sell high value here is something you do. Even if you knew McCaffrey was going to stay healthy all year long, this is still a great trade. This is still an upgrade over Christian McCaffrey if this man works out. And if you go Hendy, and let's say you do get Lamb, even more so, or maybe not. Maybe Harvey's better than Hendy. He very well could be. But this is an amazing team. And then if you go the Achan front, yeah, Achan's risky too, Smitty. I don't care because I'm getting two players. You're not getting Lamb, but you're getting maybe a BTJ or a London or whatever. And yeah, you might have to add in something to make this a 2-for-2. But like I said, you give him Pearsall, who doesn't have a quarterback right now. You do something like this, and again, Achan's risky. Who cares? I'm taking on that risk because guess what? I got this guy. This is how you do it. This is how you smash your league mates into a million little pieces. This is how you become a great manager and not one tied to nostalgia or tied to bad decisions because you're a Christian McCaffrey or Niner fan. Or you can't let go of the fact that maybe this is not going to work out and you're just thinking, you're wishfully thinking that it's going to. This has all of the makings of a collapse. You got the entire Niner team just going down, just dropping like flies. You got the one coach that's going to run this man into the ground, even if he has a little twinge or tweak in his calf. It's just going to blow his Achilles tendon. This is the most likely player in the entire National Football League to rupture his Achilles tendon. This is probably the most likely running back in the National Football League to suffer injury and miss at least half a season. And this is the one running back that unfortunately now sits in an environment where they're going to overfeed him with all of those red flags because he's the only show in town with Kittle down, with no quarterback, with potentially next will be Trent Williams. Mark my words, Trent Williams, how long is Trent Williams going to last? I give it 2 weeks before Trent Williams is injured. This entire team has been injured. It's continuing to get worse and worse and worse. And you tell me how this is going to work out for Christian McCaffrey. I'd love to hear it. Let's get into these super chats. I don't know if we had any $20 haulers that need immediate attention, but we'll just go straight through. I don't see any yet. Traded away Dylan Sampson for RJ Harvey. Big W, my boy. I love both, but big W. This one here, traded Connor for Ladd. Love that. Start 3 JJ, DK, Ladd, Hunter. Probably sit DK or Hunter, not Ladd or JJ. And honestly, it's a coin toss. Probably lean toward Hunter, honestly. Also, should I still go JMO with my waiver wire pickup or Bo Nix? I go JMO. You got Patty. First of all, you're not benching Patty for anything. So yeah, don't go get your backup quarterback when you can get JMO. I'd still put a bid in, and you might still win him. No one's gonna race to Bo Nix right now because they think he's bad. Smitty, I got offered Devontae Smith and Pearsall for my Pacheco and Shakir. Definitely take that. Then try and flip it. I have Sharps, Mason on the bench. Yeah. Then try and flip it after that. I'd rock. Appreciate your super chat. This one here got offered Saquon for my Jacobs and Garrett Wilson. I have Amon-Ra Tet. Okay, so got offered Saquon for my Jacobs and Garrett Wilson. I'd probably say that's a little much. I'd want something else in return. I like Saquon a lot, bro, but that's two very good pieces. Let's see here. What can you do? Can you survive at wide receiver? Tyreek, I don't trust. Can you give up Tyreek Hill and offered Saquon for my Jacobs and Garrett? Can you give up Tyreek Hill instead of Garrett Wilson? Then I'd do it in a heartbeat. But honestly, I'm okay with that trade if you do it. Either way, it seems pretty even, honestly, especially with your situation. But I do worry about Saquon getting injured. So I don't know. But Jacobs, we'll see. I could go either way. Chat, vote on that one, please. Vote on that one in the chat. Jacobs and Garrett Wilson or Saquon, which one would you rather have? Start Harvey, Sharps, or Tracy at the running back too? I think Tracy, we've answered this all show long, all day long on all the shows. Harvey's my pick. It's high risk, high reward. You got to pick your poison. Charbonnet is probably safer. Also start to Debo, Reed, Quentin Johnson. Thanks. I'm going to go Debo and Reed. Reed's off the injury report. So yeah, let's smash that. I drop Ingram for Ertz. I'd probably say, Ertz, Strange. I guess I would go Strange for safety. Ertz for high risk, high reward because he can get hurt at any time. But Ingram, you got to monitor. He's at practice limited today, but I just can't imagine him staying healthy when he tweaked his calves so bad. It could have been cramps and they're reporting it wrong, though. Or should I drop one of Samson, Ollie, or Tootin? I wouldn't drop one of the RBs, though. Definitely not, Jake. But I'm okay with Smitty approving that Ertz and Strange, either one, honestly. Traded CMC away for Jacobs, not enough overcome. You could have just got Jacobs and Lad McConkey at the very least to overcome. You definitely sold low. And bought the one running back I wouldn't have bought. I mean, Jacobs is somebody I don't want either. So overcome, I don't know what you were doing there. You know you're my boy, Blue, but you should have came to me on that one. You could have got the world for CMC. Rate trade Pearsall and Kamara for Bucky. I'm gonna say, give me Bucky all day long. I mean, you could have got Bucky for CMC. Overcome. Like you definitely sold yourself short on that one. I'm sorry. I know you. You're my boy, Blue. I'm always gonna give you honesty. Always gonna give you honesty. What's good, Smitty? You're the man, bro. This is the best show out there right now. Thank you. Full PPR. Right now, Shoes. What are you talking about right now? We're only getting better, baby. We're getting juiced up. Okay, we're going to be better a year from now more than we are right now. 3 years from now more. Right now, I'm talking about a game. Talking about practice. This is practice. Next year is going to be a game. This is practice. I appreciate you. Full PPR. Should I go Penix Jr. or Trevor Lawrence? Penix Jr. And also flex Ricky Pearsall. Tet. Probably Tet without knowing the quarterback situation. I'm not going near that Ricky Pearsall situation this week. Appreciate you very much. Bobson, appreciate you. 0.5 QB Hertz, RBs, Kyron, K9, JCM. Any suggestions? Warren, would you trade JJ, K9, and Sharps for AJ Brown, Brees, and Addison? Nope. But I'd trade K9 alone with maybe Ridley for a Harvey, or K9 alone with Pickens, or something like that for a Hunter, Travis Hunter. So Hunter, Harvey are two of the most wanted outlaws, my boy, that I'm going after 100 walking into this week for sure. They're wanted. They're the top most wanted outlaws.
The top most wanted outlaws.
They're on the run, if you didn't know.
These outlaws are on the run. Wanted.
And if anybody's joining late, Christian McCaffrey's not re-injured per se, but he is listed as Cav. Did not practice. A lot of players aren't practicing. That's obviously a known fact. So there's people in the chat that are trying to, Smitty doesn't know ball. Why are you watching this channel? Here you are. Smitty doesn't know ball. Players don't practice. Saw that comment at the beginning. Smitty's players don't practice on Wednesday. Smitty's going and looking up the stats. Yet here you are watching my show. You're telling me how much you think I don't know ball, but yet here you are. So you can talk as much trash as you want. Nobody's listening. Okay, we do this for a living every day. Okay, and no one's suggesting anything funny here. No one's saying that McCaffrey pulled his calf and he's far worse off than he ever was. We're merely telling you that this is NBC Sports as of an hour ago, posting that Christian McCaffrey, calf/rest, did not participate in Wednesday's practice. Like last week on Thursday and Saturday, where this man's on the sideline not participating in practice. This all adds up. This all becomes something you need to consider. It's all relevant information. Go trade K9. Keep Sharps. Do it live. Just offered Kenneth Walker and Boutte for Trevion Henderson. Henderson by a country mile. It's not even close. Thank you for the super chat. Flex, have Dobbins, Harvey, and Reed Harvey to the moon. Easy question. Next. Harvey. The answer is Harvey. Do it live. CMC can get... okay, Skynet, that's not... Believable, bro. Not appropriate question, bro. Okay, Hurts, Purdy, Bajan, Bucky, Harvey, Mason, Higgins, Hollywood Brown, Pearsall, Fannin, Benson. Available. Any suggestions? I'd probably say we'll go with Hurts, Purdy. We'll go with T. Higgins, moving T. Higgins into something. I mean, man, I really want you to make a move somewhere. Benson's available. Go get Benson. Fannin, Benson available. Definitely do that. I don't know who you drop, though. That's a tough one. I don't think you can really drop anybody. That's definitely not. I mean, Kraft for Fannin if you want to take a risk. But as far as the trade goes, I'm not really moving any of these running backs. I am trying to move like Mason and T. Higgins for like Travis Hunter, or Mason and T. Higgins for Lab McConkey. That's probably the better option. Pearsall, T. Higgins for Lab McConkey. And if you got to throw Mason in there or something like that, definitely looking at something like that. CMC and Puka for Higgins, London, Harvey, and Henderson. CMC and Puka for Higgins, London, and Harvey, and Henderson. No, bro. Why are you throwing Puka in there? No, trade CMC for 2 players. Don't start throwing in guys like Puka Nacua. That's not what the blueprint is. No. You got to get 2 players. You got to treat CMC like a pot of gold, bro. Hall for McBride and Sharps. I'm okay with that. That's not bad, but there is a world where that doesn't work out, though. But that's not bad. You know, that could work. Got offered Pickens for Olave. Take Pickens and run. Trade Baker Mayfield for Herbert. I'd rather have Herbert right now. I have Ladd, and I think Mayfield has better playoff schedule. Penix bench. I don't worry about playoff schedule right now. I know that a lot of people think you gotta make the playoffs, and you know there's Herbert's just looking good. Love the show. 10-man league fields. Chase, Ibuka, Bowers, Rice, T-Mac. Really let it ride or make it splash. I'd probably say this team's pretty damn good. I don't know if I want to touch it. The only thing I'd maybe contemplate would be like DK and Ridley, DK and T-Mac, and DK and Mason, Ridley, Mason, T-Mac, like all for those doubted monsters that we love. I'm going and getting Harvey. I'm going and getting Hunter. I'm trading Ridley for Hunter. I'm trading T-Mac for Hunter. I'm trading both of them, either one of them for Harvey. I'm trying to get Lab McConkey using a combo of them using DK and one of the bench wide receivers. 100%. Overcome, appreciate you with the additional super chat. Let's see if this is a follow-up to your CMC trade. Man, I traded CMC before week 1 on the Friday when no one knew anything. Yeah, but you still, yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, it's tough to know like what you were thinking at that moment or what the value was in your league, but there were still ways to get him for a little bit more. But I do think that, you know, could it work out? Like CMC could go down. And the way you worded that was as if you did it just now. So there was a little less value walking into that moment in time. So I wouldn't beat yourself up over it too much. But yeah, I think that at the end of the day, Jacobs is going to probably earn you more value at the end of the day. I think CMC is going to break pretty soon. So I get it. I understand where you're going, what you're going through at the moment. Trade Kyron, Chase Brown, Sutton for Gibbs, BTJ, Adunze. Trade Kyron, Chase Brown, and Sutton for Gibbs, BT. And I'll take Gibbs, BT. And yeah. I mean, yeah, I like Sutton a lot, but guess what? Adunze's not that far off Gibbs and BTJ all day long. This one here, what type of trade value if you have all 49er running backs? What type of trade value? Did I see Shane's $20 hauler? He must have dropped it at the beginning of the show, and it didn't register or something. Let me find it real quickly. Hold on one second. I can grab it right here. Thanks, Travis. Let's see. There we go. I got it right here. This is Shane's $20 super chat. Shane, appreciate you dropping that, my boy. Shane to the moon. Thank you, Travis, for letting me know on that one. And let me put it on screen here. Here is the super chat from Shane. Hold on, my trackpad's gonna die. Boom! 10-man Superflex PPR. Thank you, Shane, for the $20 hauler. Eli Jacobs, Bucky Mason, Caleb, Chase, Pickens, Ramondre Jennings. Pick up other moves. Ramondre Jennings, no thanks. As far as your team, I'd say Bucky, don't touch it. Mason, Jacobs, movable for sure. Chase, love it. Don't think I move Chase. Let me just take a gander. Pickens, like Pickens a lot. Garrett Wilson, Debo. I'm trying to trade Kittle if I can, like Kittle and Mason, Kittle and Jacobs for like a slight upgrade. That's probably the only thing I'm looking to do. So Kittle, because you have Fanning, Kittle, even out 4 to 5 weeks, if you couple it with another player like Jacobs, you could probably get Genty. You could probably get, a potential player right at that top round, bottom round 1 value range. You might be able to get Gibbs. I've seen people get Gibbs for crazy things, bro. You just try, but you probably have to give up more on that. So maybe would I trade Debo and Jacobs for Gibbs? I would. Would I trade Pickens and Jacobs for Gibbs? Yes. Would I trade Kittle, Pickens, and Jacobs for Gibbs? I would. But would I rather just get Genty for Kittle and potentially Jacobs? Maybe. Pickens and Mason for Hunter, or go get Harvey using Pickens, or go get Harvey using Kittle. And would you have Mason, Kittle, and Mason? Those are some ideas I think that could work out pretty well for you, bro. Appreciate your super chat. What type of trade value you have for the 49er running backs? Genty, Achane and something, Genty and something. Everything that I just mapped out on the board right here is what I would do. Everything that I just said on that, Achane and BTJ. Hendy or Harvey with Hendy or Harvey with Lamb is something you could potentially look at. So you have lots of options, especially if you have it cuffed and backed up, bro. Very, very easy to trade CMC right now. That's the whole point of the show, is that he could sell him for a pot of gold right now. This is not an alarming piece of news, especially to a CMC owner, because of all the players that do rest. It's what that guy running his mouth at the beginning of the show before I even come on and explain it. Smitty doesn't know anything. He's looking up stats right now. This is why you got to watch this show instead of running your mouth. This is not alarming to the world, so it's time to say this is a warning shot still. Get rid of him before it's too late. Trade Fields and Golden for Swift and JMO. I guess I take Swift and JMO, have Kyler, Wilson, Puka, London, Chase Brown. Sure, but then I'm still trying to flip, the values. It's not like that trade does much for me, but it's a little bit of an upgrade. What type of trade value you have? Okay, I already answered that one. Thank you for the super chat. Harvey or Monty? I'm going Harvey, long term and this week. Hey Smitty, missed my super chat 5 minutes ago, says Arthur. Did I? I don't think so. I think you're just, I think or maybe. Let's see. Hold on, Arthur. Let's see if I can find it. Maybe I did, Arthur. I'm sorry if I did. Thank you for telling me. See if I got these two. Hold on. Okay, Arthur, this might have been it. Got offered BTJ. I think I might have missed this one. I apologize. Tracy for JSN and Swift. I own Hunter, and I drafted CMC. Okay, so you got offered BTJ and Tracy for your JSN and Swift. Take that in a heartbeat, bro. Absolutely. He has Genti. Should I offer JSN and CMC for BTJ? I mean, I would rather, yeah. I don't know if I'm doing the JSN thing though. No, like JSN and CMC for Genti and Thomas is you're not using the blueprint. The blueprint, bro, is getting CMC for 2 players. You start throwing in JSNs, you're giving them an even Steven trade. That's like saying, hey, I'll give you the number 1 overall pick for your 2nd and 3rd rounder. And then they're like, well, throw in your 3rd rounder. You're like, what are you doing? You can't do that. But I love the first trade. Smash the hell out of that first. I mean, just do that trade. I mean, I like JSN, but I like the BTJ side. I'm doing that. But then I'm trying to do a CMC trade later with them. And if not, you're doing it with someone else. You're getting Harvey and Lamb. You're getting, Lad McConkey and a Genti equivalent. But I definitely do that first one. Thank you for your super chat, bro. Thank you so much. And then Flores with the $10 hauler. Purdy, Bajan, Bucky. I think it did answer this one. Fan and Benson available. Any suggestions? I definitely don't know that you can do anything with the drops. I mean, you could drop Keenan Allen for Benson. I think Benson's going to be a league winner. So I'm very tempted to tell you to do that, but it is hard to do it. I apologize, Smitty. It won't happen again. So yeah, thanks, pal. It's not appropriate time. McCaffrey for Hampton and Igbuka fair. Yeah, I'd say that one's pretty good. I'm down with that one. This $10 hauler was offered Lad for Bucky, but want more. Of course you do. Why would you give up Bucky? Also have Achan and Bajan. He has Gibbs, Harvey, and Mason and BTJ and JSN. I'm in first. I don't really know. Okay, is Lad and Harvey enough for Bucky? It could be. It could be. I think I probably still want more because you're buying Lad. Lad didn't have exactly a world star game. And you're buying him high, and Harvey's not there yet, even though we believe he will be. So I think you're still not buying at the right value. I'd almost say it'd have to be BTJ and Harvey. I would take for Bucky. That I would do. That's probably more of my avenue, bro. McCaffrey for Harvey. I don't think you're listening, Garrett. Garrett, are you trolling? Are you trolling? I don't think you're listening. I just went through a Harvey and Lamb. You should be getting Harvey and Lamb for Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if you're just joking. You might be joking. Some people do that. I'm just kidding, Smitty. Full PPR, 12-man. Would you trade MHJ and Benson for Drake London? Like right now I would, but could that backfire if Benson's a top 12 running back? Yes, it certainly could. So I don't know what to tell you there other than, right now it's fine, but there's definitely a world where you're pissed off you made that trade. Nico, Pollard, Spears for Gibbs and Swift. I'm taking Gibbs all day long. It's not even close. Drop Andrews for Fannin. Yes, we get that question like 17 times a show, and it's 100% full go. Yeah. $20 hauler from Angel. Angel, appreciate you with the 20 wad.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Angel, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. My man, you are the man, the myth, the legend. Thank you. And 5102, appreciate your super chat as well. I got you guys both on screen right here. Appreciate you. Dynasty Sleeper League, I give the $20 hauler first. My man, 5 wide receivers are JJ Buka, BTJ Hunter, Wilson. What's a good price for Rice? Want to lock up Rice early as possible. Also Benson and Sharps and Braylon out on the bench. All the 49ers are glass. So you're trying to trade one of these guys for Rice? I mean, I don't think you need them. I don't trade BTJ, Buka, JJ, or Wilson for Rice, honestly. Wilson's better than Rice because he plays the whole season, unless he gets hurt. But so I don't know. If you have Rice, I mean, you want to lock Rice up early. You're trying to get him. Maybe Sharps and some other player, but it's not one of these guys, bro. Hunter and Sharps maybe for Rice, but even that, I don't think I do it. I'd rather have Hunter all year. So I don't really know how to answer this question without more depth to say use this to get Rice. If you were trading Rice away and I'm misunderstanding the question, Harvey, Lad. But I don't think getting Rice is the right move. I just don't think it's the right move, bro. This one here, Dynasty Sleeper League. I give James Cook. Why don't we just write Cook? What are we doing with the James CK? James Cook. 2 seconds for AJ Brown and Rome Odunze. No, thank you. I'm not trading for Rome Odunze in a Dynasty League. I'm sorry, AJ Brown. Sorry, I'm not trading for AJ Brown in a Dynasty League. My Achan Collins for Lamb ETN. I would not give up. I would take. That's even. I guess I'd take Lamb and ETN right now if you can get Tootin. If not, I may still. You know what? Chat, can you vote on this one? It's so even. Lamb and ETN or Achan and Nico without knowing any of the backup information. That's such a close call, bro. I can't wait to see what the chat votes on that one. Hey, Smitty, would you trade Bijan and Evans for Puka and Henry? I'd take Puka and Henry. Yes. Flex got Chase Brown, McConkey. Look, Henry's... I mean, I love Bijan. I like Evans a lot, but I'm taking Puka and Henry. It's pretty close, though. I mean, really, really is good. Cook for Hall. I'd rather have Hall. Lamb, Achan, Lamb. Nico, Achan, Lamb. Seems like Lamb's winning a little bit. Let's jump into an underdog draft right now. Promo code Smitty. Play $5, get 50 by using this code right here. This link will insert code Smitty for you. Let's jump straight into a draft. I'm going to click on it in about 5 seconds here. So pull up the Underdog app right now. Go to the Originals tab. On there, you'll have to swipe, I think, 1 or 2 times to the Battle. It's 1 time to the Battle Royale Week 2, $7. Click the button in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's jump into a draft together. Bruce, appreciate you. Pick up Ray Davis or Scattaboo. Scattaboo. Yeah, we reported on Cook and probably going to be fine. I don't blame you for wanting Davis, though. Davis is great. Hawkinson, Brian Robinson for Benson Fannin. Benson Fannin by a lot, bro. I don't even know why I hesitated on that one. Trade away Debo for MHJ. Nope. Debo's the guy, bro. I like them both, though. I'm offering CMC, Quentin Johnson for Brees Debo. That's how you do it. I like that. That one's fine. That's definitely the appropriate amount of player value on the 2 for 1. And then you're throwing in the player. Yep. Okay. Let's get into the draft here and put it on the screen. Appreciate all your super chats. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much for all the support. And please hit that subscribe button and like the video. How many likes do we have? What do we got going on here? How many likes do we have? 122. We can pump those numbers up. We got 700 people in the building. 122 thumbs up. Your boys drafting from the 4 spot. We got Sir Devious in the 1. We got Inverted in the 2. I don't know Geo. I don't know if we have any others in here from our crew. I don't think so. Let's go lamb chops. Goddard or Fannin this week. Fannin, but it's risky. I mean, but Goddard's steady. But I'd go Fannin. We're big Fannin people here. We're a big Fannin environment here. All right. Phone lines open briefly. I might hang up on you guys if we get swamped with like super chats or anything.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
I also don't know how. I'm so exhausted, and we're doing so much content. I don't know how long I'm necessarily going to stay here tonight. So let's go Lamar here. Lamar and Lamb. This one here, start Debo or Hunter in the flex. You got to go with Debo. Debo's balling, bro. Debo is absolutely balling. Mute yourself. I'll be right with you. Debo's just not a guy you want to sit. Mute yourself real quickly. I'll be right with you, okay? Let's see here. Hit mute if you don't mind. I'll be right with you. Just make sure you hit mute or I'll hang up on you, pal. And then last phone caller, hit that mute button. I'll be right with you. All right, everybody stay on mute or I'll disconnect it. How would you trade Buka and Worthy for Lamb? How? I just send the offer and then hope he accepts it. But I still love Buka. Love Buka. Buka's, he's our boy, Blue. But I certainly would take Lamb. I think everybody should. But how would you send it? I don't know. I mean, Alan, you didn't give me much information other than I would open up the app. I would select that trade and I'd send it through. I have no other information from you to do anything else. 2 QB Superflex League, Mahomes, Caleb. Sorry to hear about the Caleb part. Mahomes and Caleb, and then Kamara, Jamar Chase. I don't like Tracy, but this is Superflex. I know, I get it. You're struggling here to fill the whole lineup. Worthy got injured, not your fault. Kittle got injured, not your fault. Probably trade Hawkinson and Kittle. Try trading that for Harvey or Charbonnet before the values spike. And then Worthy and Kittle for, Nico or Kittle and Godwin or Kittle and Tracy for, again, Sharps I love. ETN seems to be somebody that either people don't sell at all or they're selling as if they think he's going to, break it and not be worth anything. But I'm definitely going after Travis Hunter using Worthy. Those would all be moves I'm making this final super chat here. 10-man Superflex, Mahomes, McCarthy, Achan, Hubbard, Lamb, Neighbors, McBride, Wilson. You got a great team. Swift and Hubbard for a slight upgrade. Adunze and Hubbard for a slight upgrade. Love Hunter. I don't know if you could get Hunter. Put Hunter in the flex, not Swift. Hunter in the flex and then try and trade Swift, Adunze, and Hubbard for something. I love Harvey. I love... you could keep Hubbard's probably worth more than Harvey right now, but maybe you can get something out of it. And then if you were just going to try and go to like Hampton or Hendy using Hubbard and Adunze, that might work. And you could, yeah, that's all I'm trying with this team. It's a good squad. Travis, you're live.
Hey, so you're starting Charbonnet over Walker for now, right?
Yep.
Both.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what about, would you start Javonte over Travis Hunter this week?
Nope. I wouldn't.
Nope.
I can understand why, but I'm not. Call me crazy.
All right. I don't know. I was curious. And then in one league, I got AJ Brown. Would you need something with Debo? You were going to try to get Debo for him.
Would I need something with Debo to get what?
AJ Brown. No, I'm trading away AJ Brown.
Oh. I don't know. I don't know what you'd have to do for that. I'm not sure what the AJ Brown market is right now, honestly. I mean, I just try and do it straight up. Get Debo using AJ Brown, but if you had to give up something, like what are the things you would add in?
Well, I wouldn't give up more than AJ Brown for Debo anyway. But I just sit on AJ Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do it straight up. I'd do it straight up. I'd give up a Swift, something like that, where I could pick up somebody. Like, I don't know. But I don't believe AJ Brown's healthy. I watched the game, man. I rewatched it because I was like, AJ Brown's probably so mad right now. And I rewatched it, and he was a decoy the whole game. I'd almost bet. I'd almost bet on it.
Yeah. All right. Appreciate it.
You know, because like you watch it, he was literally a decoy the whole game. He was jogging at like 70 and 60 and 80%, and then half the time he didn't even look back for the ball. He was literally just trying to spread the defense out and run certain routes. I don't know, and I'm not saying that didn't help him stay healthy or get healthy, because he didn't fire that hamstring off at 100%, so he maybe came out no worse for the wear. But I don't know, man. I definitely am not sure what we're looking at walking into this week. I have no clue what this is gonna, like, AJB knee issues, hamstring issues, diva mentalities, quarterback, will even throw the ball enough. Without being fully healthy, AJ Brown could vanish, just like he did in week 1. He needs efficiency because he's never going to be overfed. So he has to be healthy and ultra efficient. AJ Brown's going to leave people hanging the last couple of years of his career. And I don't know that this is that first year of those lingering years that he kind of like Julio Jones is kind of exists. And that will happen. AJ Brown will be, like, you think about how good Julio Jones was. Remember how painful it was to watch him, other players like him, like Emmitt Smith, where it's kind of lingering in the league. Adrian Peterson has said he still wants to come back. Like, I mean, it's so painful to watch it. But AJ Brown will become Julio Jones when Julio Jones did not want to go away and he kept sitting around in the league for a little while. AJ Green, it just happens, man. It happens so quick. Who's the other one right now? Oh, Hopkins.
Yeah.
The way Hopkins feels right now, AJ Brown will probably feel maybe next year, and it might be a lead into it. But I'm not saying AJ Brown can't ball for one more season. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if he's injured, we might waste his final year, because he's not just going to get another year because he was injured this year. He's not going to be like, oh, he didn't get injured last year, so he gets one more year to burn out. No, that fall off happens no matter if you're used or not. Look at Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, I think, still had something left in the tank, but he wasted that final year sitting there in Buffalo. So, I just... guys, let's jump in one more. Click on the Battle Royale Week 2, $7, and jump into one more draft right now, and we'll load that up. Go ahead, Travis, and then I got to roll around the phone line real quick.
Yeah. And then the last one I had was you have Evan Ingram, who's limited at practice, and as of now, it looks like he may be okay. He might have escaped something bad. Would you start Ertz tomorrow, or would you wait on Ingram?
I'm not waiting on Ingram. The way Ingram was hopping around on that calf, I just no way he's healthy. Unless it was cramping and they're reporting it wrong. Or their trainers are not intelligent and there was cramping. I don't know. It's a tough one. Have McBride drop Bigsby for Fannin. Yes. I'd monitor Bigsby, but he's still a couple of degrees of separation away from the lineup, so we can't get overly excited about the trade and think, oh, it's he's gonna be the guy. He's waiting on an injury to become the guy, and then even then he's got to get into the number 2 role. All right, let me go to Rock Out real quick. Rock Out, you're live, and then I'll circle around the phone line. So real quickly, Rock Out, I can leave you on mute, but just what's your first question here?
Yeah, as far as trading Achane, would you trade Achane for Bucky and McLaurin? I think he might do it.
Well, I mean, I'd trade Achane for Bucky straight up, so of course. I mean, Bucky's safer right now. So I'd take Bucky straight. If he gives you McLaurin, I don't know. I mean, I almost feel like it's going to get vetoed. Even if you don't have vetoes, it might get vetoed. They might bring vetoes back in your league. But yeah, I mean, definitely. Of course.
Yeah, I already have Mike Evans, but I like Bucky.
But you like taking advantage of your league mates. I mean, I got Mike Evans, but I thought I might as well take another $100 bill out of his pocket. Rock Out. All right, hold on, Rock Out, while you bask in that glory. Let me go over to Adam. Adam, you're live.
Yo, Smitty, what's up?
What's up?
So quick question. On my work league, I I traded my CD Lamb before week 1 for BTJ and Bowers,
Wow.
and I have Tyler Warren's like a 10-man work league. I already have Tyler Warren. I also picked up Fenn, so now I got like 3 tight ends, and so I'm trying to like see like what should I do with that.
I mean, is anybody calling or coming and knocking on the door, or is this work league where nobody knows anything?
They do. This dude is like knocking on my door, but for their own reason, trying to get Buka from me. I told him I'm not giving him away. He got Genty. His running back room is Genty and Handy right now. But my running back room is like ridiculous. I got H.N., Chase Brown, and Bucky.
What are your receivers?
My receivers is Egbuka, Brian Thomas, Worthy, and Rice, and I got Pearsall too. There's a big diehard 49ers fan that has Kittle, and he just went down too. So I got hella tight ends.
You're gonna send him Pearsall for sure.
Pearsall, and he got Debo too, and he doesn't like.
Okay, so send Pearsall and Tyler Warren for a wide receiver. What does he got?
He got Debo, Cortland Sutton, Terry, and that's about it. That's decent. He got Jonathan Henry.
I think I'd prefer Debo over Pearsall and Tyler Warren in your situation with Bowers, but
There's one more thing.
Something else.
Sorry to cut you off. You got Bo Nix, and I have Kyler Murray. Should I try to get out of Kyler right now and get onto Bo, or no?
I mean, either one could outscore the other. I do still like Bo Nix. I don't care what other people say. But what other wide receivers he has? He has Debo and what else?
Cortland Sutton and Terry.
Gary Terry?
Yeah.
Do we like Debo more than Scary Terry on the year? I know we want to say yes right now, but how do we feel in the chat? Vote on that one. I just want to see how objective we are on it, because it's easy to just be like Debo, because but there is still a world where Terry's still slightly better, or they're equal, or we don't really know. No doesn't help me. The lost art. I don't know what side you're taking.
Well, that's the thing. He's going to be
rushing.
Terry's getting more targets than for most games.
I
got the rushing.
I guess I would go get Scary Terry using Pearsall and Tyler Warren. I don't think that's a bad move. I love Tyler Warren, but you got Bowers, so that's my advice to you, bro.
The chat prefers Terry than Debo the rest of the year?
I mean, we haven't let it vote yet, but see what the chat thinks, and then I would trade for one of them, my boy.
Okay. And you don't think I should try to give up like Bowers and Kyler, try to get it? I sent Bowers and Kyler for Josh Allen. The dude said he was going to sleep on it. Just see, What do you think about that? Is that crazy?
I don't think it's crazy, but I don't know. I almost think you didn't draft Josh Allen over Bowers, It's a 1 QB, right? So
yeah,
I'm not
also
saying.
Didn't. So that kind of
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're overpaying there. I want to get something else back. So if I was trading, something else and upgrading, then I would say here's Bowers and this, and you give me Josh Allen and this. Even if it was like a lateral trade you just liked better. So I got to go, Adam. Appreciate you. Drop something else in the comments if you got anything, and then call back tomorrow if you got anything else. Elijah, you're live.
Hey, thanks, Smitty. I appreciate it. Are you trading Puka Nacua for Hendy and Debo? Full PPR?
Woo! Puka Nacua for Hendy and Debo. I think so. If you can use both players, like if you're who is going, if you get Hendy and Debo, who's going to the bench? Because Puka is getting replaced by Debo, so who is Hendy sending to the bench?
Well, I have Harvey and Genty, so I'd probably put Jerry Jeudy or Hollywood Brown on the bench.
That's fine then. Yes. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Debo's. I don't think Debo's Puka, but he's close enough to be like, give me Hendy, I think. But
yeah,
I mean, it could go either way.
I know. I have it. You know, it's in my. I could accept it right now, but I wanted to call you first.
Travis, what do you think?
I like the Debo Hendy side.
Yeah, I think if you were sending like another Debo like talent to the bench, then I wouldn't do it. But because you got Hollywood Brown, you know, or whatever.
And, I mean, it's Jerry Jeudy, Puka Nacua, and Hollywood Brown right now for my wide receivers, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
I would do that.
So yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
And one more thing, real quick. In my other league, I have Purdy. I'm tempted to just drop him for Penix. It's only a 4 bench format, so I don't have too many other people I want to drop. I could drop Brian Robinson Jr. instead, but I know that there's news Purdy could miss a couple weeks, so I'm tempted to just drop him.
Dropping which? So who are the drops? It's between what?
So I would drop Purdy or Brian Robinson Jr.
Purdy
or bench format.
And then who would be your backup quarterback, or who could you get if you needed to?
I mean, Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers is there, Trevor Lawrence is there.
I'm probably not. I mean, I don't know. Purdy's hurt right now. I guess I'd drop Purdy. I mean, you don't even know what he's going to be like when he comes back. I'd drop Purdy, but it's a little bit risky. All right, got to go, bro. Hopefully you can pick up a quarterback later. 940 caller. You're live. Final caller.
Smitty, this is T-Bone. Hey, so I'm in this 14-man league, and I got Henderson in there, but I also got JCM and Harvey. Out of those 3, who am I going to start this week?
JCM, Harvey, and Henderson?
Yes, sir.
Probably Hendy, but we don't really know, man. I'd be lying to you if I said I felt like ultra confident about this call. I mean, I think Harvey's going to explode soon, very soon. He's already doing it. He has 70 freaking yards, man. He's the 6th leading rusher in the league right now on like 20 snaps. You know, he's also top 5 in yards after contact with barely being used. You know, he's just scratching at the surface. And while I do believe House Call Hendy proved himself so, amazingly in the preseason, you do wonder like why didn't they use him? But the staff's already said we're going to change that. We're going to run the damn ball. So I'd probably say give me Hendy for safety, but Harvey's just itching to get into the spot, and make a trade. But I don't know.
No, absolutely. And that's why I'm like, man, I don't know when I pull that trigger or not, but it's good to have them all, to have that option.
Trust your gut.
To revolve them, so.
Trust your gut, because I'm wavering. So just trust your gut. But
right.
we'll have more news in the week that might, make us pull the trigger on one over the other, bro.
All right, thank you, Smitty.
Yeah, later. Travis and Rock Out, what do you guys think on that question? Rock Out?
Missed what he said.
Rock Out, who would you start, Hendy or Harvey?
Henderson. For right now.
Travis?
Yeah, Hendy against Miami. I like the matchup for now, but
okay,
it's going to be close all the year.
All right. Rock Out, what else you got? And then I'm going to jump out of here early tonight. Bruce, thank you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Guess I never hit the button for Bruce. Bruce, I apologize for that. Go ahead, Rock Out, go ahead.
You think the Cowboys defense a good pickup against the Giants?
I'm contemplating that in a league. I got the Eagles, and I don't really want to cut the Eagles, but I also don't know if the Eagles are going to score big this week. And I was like, do I want the Cowboys? But yeah, I think the Cowboys are a pretty good play. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Anything else, Rock Out?
That's about it for right now.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
We'll see you tomorrow, Rock Out. Appreciate you, bro. Later.
All right, cool.
Travis, any final thoughts or anything? Short show tonight.
Yeah. So in that same league with AJB, my wide receiver one is BTJ. You start Hunter or AJB?
Hunter until we know AJB's healthy, in my opinion.
Okay. And just real quick on the CMC thing, I agree with what you were saying in terms of, you want to trade to upgrade, and you don't want to make like a lateral move or something. But what if that lateral move gets you out of CMC into something safer, like a Lamb? I think it was one where the guy was going to have to add in Jason or whatever.
Like, am I trading Christian? It's a good question. Am I trading Christian McCaffrey straight up for Lamb and saying I can't get this massive deal that Smitty's recommending?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Lamb, JJ. Trying to think of other players. Like, would I take Genty straight up for CMC? I honestly would. I wouldn't. The reason I don't want to say that is because I don't want what Overcome just did to happen, where people are like, Smitty, you kind of lowered the bar for me, so I just went ahead and took Jacobs right now. I don't want to set that precedent, but yet the answer is I would probably still take Genty. But I'm trying. I know I can get more, so I'm not going to answer that way. But Lamb, you could easily get Lamb for Christian McCaffrey right now. Running backs are so much more valuable. That's pretty easy to do. All right.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, later. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. All right, rock out real quick, because then I got to go. What do you got?
Yeah, I know it's ugly, but would you either play Walker, Sampson, or Pacheco? I know it's ugly.
Sampson. He's great, doing great. I like. It's not that ugly. Sampson's pretty good, bro. That's a great flex play. Sampson to the moon.
All right, cool.
All right, later, bro. Appreciate you. All right, we got these supers here. I'm going to close the phone line. I'm sorry, guys. The phone line is boom. And shut off. I won't even see you calling. Aaron, appreciate your super chat here. Fake tush push to Hendy. I wish they saved that one, but shows that they'd be working on exciting stuff with H2. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate your super chat. I'm excited about Hendy this week. ETN, Hunter, and JMO for their London and Sharps. Underdog promo code Smitty. Should I drop Ingram for Pitts? I like the way you think, Michael. Michael just grabbed my attention real quick. Ingram for Pitts. I would take Pitts. Yeah, very much. Ingram being banged up scares the hell out of me. Not that I wouldn't hold him on my bench, but you're putting me in a box and I got to make a call one or the other. ETN, Hunter, and JMO for their London Sharps. ETN, Hunter, JMO for their London and Sharps. This is such a tough one. I'd probably take London and Charbonnet, and I bank on that Sharps is going to get the work. But honestly, ETN is safer. I think you need to know that. If you want safety, don't follow my lead, because I'm going to take the gamble on Charbonnet, and you might not score more points right out of the gate on this. So you got to be a little bit careful to not follow my lead if you don't like a little risk. Little dice roll. Who's the number 2 running back? Henderson, Javonte, or Sharps? Henderson. ETN and JMO for Drake London. I would say probably take Drake London, but it's close. Really, really close. Kraft, Fannin, tight end, I'm going to go Fannin. And Sharps, Harvey. I'm going to go Harvey. We've been saying this we've been doing the Sharps, Harvey thing all day long, and I'm not wavering. I will say that I do love Sharps, and it's riskier to go Harvey, but I'm taking that. Start 2 PPR, Bill, Samson, Pickens, Hollywood, Keenan Allen. I'm going to go Pickens and Bill, but I'm very tempted to go Samson. Samson might be safer than Bill. You want safety, go Samson. You want a little high risk, high reward, go Krosky Merritt. Underdog promo code Smitty. Thank you very much for that super chat. This $5 hauler, would you trade Teteroa McMillan for Hollywood and a first rounder in Dynasty? I'd probably say no, because I think you could wait and get a set pick instead of a random pick. If this is an early first rounder, like you guaranteeing me it's top 3 or 4, then sure. If not, I'm going to wait, because I think Tet's going to have a lot of value. I have Ayuk on IR and Garrett Wilson and Terry. Thanks. I'm okay. But think about it. You took him in the first round, and someone's going to give you an unknown first rounder back. It doesn't make sense. Caleb Williams or Jordan Love this weekend. I'm going Jordan Love. You're never going to have me choose Caleb Williams. I'm sorry. Trade Kyron and Ridley for Pickens and Genty. I take Pickens and Genty. I really believe in Pickens still. Start Sharps, Harvey, or Ridley. I'm going to go Harvey, but I'm high risk. Sharps is a tad bit safer. Start Pitts or Fannin or Loveland. I'm going to go Fannin. Harvey or Nico. Harvey for Nico. Redraft. I mean, why would we even, bro? We love RJ Harvey, but come on. Nico's a top 9 to 12 overall player. That's not even close. CMC for Igbuka and Chase Brown, or Igbuka, Bucky, Irving. That's what I'm talking about. Either one, but I take Bucky if I can, William. That's how you get rid of CMC. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like no one has a debate. You have no case. You have no case with me. If you tell me, Smitty, you're going to be wrong about, doesn't matter if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm still not wrong. Even if I'm wrong on CMC, I'm still not wrong. Because you get Bucky, look at this, Bucky and Igbuka. He's getting Buka and Bucky, or Chase Brown and Buka. Even when I'm wrong, I'm not wrong on this. There's no one has a single argument on this trade Christian McCaffrey risk away, because even if I'm wrong, it doesn't matter. Need 3 wide receivers, JSN, BT, Garrett Wilson, Buka. I'm going to go Buka, Garrett Wilson, BTJ. But man, you got to trade JSN away. You're just wasting value on the bench, bro. Sketches, appreciate you. 12 PPR Fields, Herbert, Lamb, Tyreek, Debo, Rice, Bucky, Hendy, Harvey, Sharps, Judkins, Kraft, Fan, and Burden. Trade Reek for who? You already have Harvey. Damn it. You have Hunter. Lab McConkey, you got to give up a little bit. Do it. Judkins, do it. Fannin, give it up. Kraft, give it up. That's what I'm doing. Sketches. Thank you. Sketches to the moon. Arthur says, got offered Samson for Swift. I'd rather have Samson. But, I mean, definitely could see that going a different way, but I could also see this team, the Chicago Bears, trading for a running back like Walker. So I'd take Samson. Not that Samson doesn't face his own battles with Judkins coming back, but any decent waiver QBs besides Penix? Lost Purdy. I don't know. You're going to have to tell me, bro. I can't see your waiver wire. I can show you the waiver board. You know, A-Rod. We got Penix, Fields, Dino, A-Rod, Danny Dimes, Dart. But you'd have to tell me. But I would say Penix is the best one. Fields would be the next best. And past that, I don't think there would be another waiver wire QB. Aaron Rodgers would be next. And Penix is the best one of the lot, I think, in my opinion. You know, we got to make this Debo Samuel. Let me see if I can play it for you guys. I got to make the Debo Samuel video, the bow. It's just such a wonderful live experience last night with Denny creating magic on the stream. It truly was magic. It was a magical experience. If anybody missed it last night, this is what happened live on the show.
And years ago, and I just been waiting.
Okay, yeah. One more. Give me something about Debo, and then I gotta go. One more song. Debo, go.
Debo, go. Your hands to the end zone. Mama Debo. Oh, you like Debo on that, huh?
I like it. I love it. We're gonna use that. When Debo scores, we're using that. I'm gonna put that into a video. Thanks, Denny.
Debo. Bingo. Great is
Someone says they can't hear. It's a little choppy. All right, hold on. Okay, yeah. Let me see. All right, let me see if I can put it on screen here. Choppy, we can't. That's unacceptable. Let's move it over to my computer. We'll drop it in. Here it is. I give you one of the most glorious memories that this show has ever created live.
Oh, draw back your boho and let the touchdowns go straight into your hands in the end zone. Mama Debo. Oh, you like Debo on that, huh?
I like it. I love it. We got to use that. When Debo scores, we're using that. I'm going to put that into a video. Thanks, Denny.
Debo, please make me. I love it. Debo, draw back your bow and let my fantasy go straight into Smitty's house. All right.
Danny. Megas with a $20 hauler to close out the show. What a monster. Megas doing it live. Appreciate you.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Megas, I really appreciate you dropping the super chat. Spencer, did I get to this one from Spencer? I think I did, yeah. I think we're good on that. Let me just get rid of all these right here. This one, $20 hauler from Megas. Megas, appreciate you. Smitty, I picked up Fannin, Sampson, and Quentin Johnson this week somehow out of the three. Who would you start, drop for a kicker? Or who would you drop for a kicker? I'm sorry. I'd rank them in case this helps you. Sampson, Fannin, Quentin, just because Sampson's a running back, but love Fannin. Fannon's a league winner. So Sampson's pretty damn good in his own right. I would drop Quentin Johnson. I'm not dropping Sampson or Fannin. Not doing it. At flex, who would you start? JCM, Garrett, Wilson, Sharps, RJ Harvey at the flex. You can't say Garrett Wilson, I don't think, bro. If I had to give you another one just to rank this, I'm going to say the next one up is RJ Harvey. And then have ETN and Hendy as starters. Thank you, Megas. Hopefully that helps you. Appreciate you with the $20 super chat. Guys, we are probably going to close it out tonight. I'm exhausted and I have to create a video for tomorrow morning. So got a lot of work ahead of me to make sure that you guys have consistent content 24/7 here on the channel. But please know that the chat will continue on the Patreon, and I'll be on that. I'm definitely on there. I'm going to go on there tonight and answer a lot of questions. I'll go there right now. Here's the link to get on the Patreon. Boom. The Patreon is literally one of the most fun places, in my opinion, to hang out. It's like a family, and I just pinned that right now in the chat. Join the Patreon. I'm going to drop this link because I unpinned it. This is the underdog link. If you guys want to draft, please click this now and sign up if you want to catch the drafts. We draft at midnight here on the channel a lot of the nights per week. So if you want to get involved in that, or you want to do these hires, I'll have my picks for the week, especially tomorrow. Hires, I'd love to have you join me in tailing some of the hires that we drop on this channel, but we'll pick 2 or 3. I usually do like 2 or 3, and I do $100 myself. You can do $5 or $10, whatever. You can do whatever you want. But I usually do pick 2 or 3, pick 3, and then I do the flex so that I can get one of them wrong to get my money back. And then we land them. Last week we didn't. There was a crazy week with the running backs. We had Hendy going over a certain amount of yards. It was like 40 yards. We had it's just kind of a wild week, But hit that link that's in the live chat pinned. I'll drop it one more time. This is for underdog. Sign up now so you get that. Play $5 and get $5, okay? And you'll be ready to go for the drafts at midnight. So do it now. And then the pinned link right now in the live chat, and it's in the description. Both links are in the description. go check out that link for the Patreon. Do it live. We're on the Patreon 24/7. It's an amazing place to be, and it is your new group chat. See you all tomorrow. Thank you all for the super chats. You guys are amazing. And then we had Angel, thank you for the $19.99 holler, my boy. Megas, thank you for the 20. See you all tomorrow. Trade that CMC now. You hear?